So, guys, I feel the need to tell this story again because I've been looking up the history of Tartaria, as you guys know, and looking at the history of the Tartarian Empire. If anybody doesn't know about that, I strongly suggest you look into it. It's very interesting. Um, as I'm studying this, they keep bringing up places like Russia, Kazakhstan, which is on the border of Russia, um, Antarctica, stuff like that. So every time I hear the word Kazakhstan, I think about how the best friend I ever had was from Kazakhstan. And I told you guys this story before, but some things just got to be retold, man. You think, you born in America, you're a so-called black person in America, then maybe your best friend will be from America or be black from America. And that's not the case with me. And I don't think that ever be the case. But never say never, right? I was around 28 years old. Keep in mind, guys, when I was dating that Native American chick, I was 20. I told you I was 26 and I was 28. And at this time, I felt like I was really doing it. I had a decent apartment and bought a 3-piece furniture set. I had my satellite TV set up. I was just, doing what everybody else was doing, right? Trying to pretend like I was living a dream. I was just as homeless back then. You know what I mean? Oh my God. My heart really wasn't at home at that time, guys. Put it that way. I was looking for validation at that time. I was 28 years old. And I was in shape. Boy, was I in shape. I don't know if some of you guys could see how I look at 28. I already posted that picture. I'm not posting it again. Y'all know. The one where I look like I had been swimming a lot. But anyway, so there I was working hard as usual, right? At an airport, bartending, 28 years old. And had to get up early too. Had to work the early shift, making Bloody Marys and stuff like that at 7 o'clock in the morning. Go imagine that, guys, at the airport. But I liked it though, because I get to get off early. But it was these foreign exchange students who had moved in upstairs. They were making a lot of noise. I hit the broom on the ceiling, and next thing I know, this guy came downstairs. And I didn't speak to him mean or anything. But let's just say the next day he came downstairs with some boxing gloves and a spar, and I just laughed. Like, I thought that was so funny. And these guys looked Asian. I didn't know they were from Kazakhstan. I didn't know where these guys were from. They just looked Asian to me. I didn't know what it was from. It wasn't until we started talking that he told me he was from Kazakhstan. I never heard of Kazakhstan. The guy told me he was Muslim and stuff. And he said that I should be too. But long story, at that time I wasn't anything, okay? Hold on for a minute, y'all. So when a guy came downstairs from Kazakhstan the next day with them boxing gloves, it was just like my soul had woken up. I was just like, wait. I was like, I know this guy. Now, keep in mind, guys, I had never sparred before. I had never put on boxing gloves before. This was the first time. Let's see, did he have boxing gloves? I think he had boxing gloves, but we used to like to spar with just our hands up against the pad, and he would hold the pad, stuff like that. And guys, you talking about it was like heaven opened when this guy came downstairs with them sparring equipment. Because I was in shape at the time, but I had never boxed. But I knew I could fight, though. It was like, I don't know, guys. It's one of those things, man. When when you can do something, man. Okay. It was like a dream come true. I'm telling you, when this guy came with that sparring equipment, I can't explain to you guys. It was and at that time too, I was also the chick I was dating a Native American chick who was coming back and forth from Wisconsin. Oneida tribe. So I had these two people in my life who looked like they were Asian, but one was from Oneida tribe in Wisconsin, the female, who I was having relations with, and then I had the friend was from Kazakhstan, and he looked Asian, and we just ended up being best friends. And I used to show him around the city. and stuff, and tell him about things, and he'll tell me stuff about home. Guys, let me tell you something. You know how you know when you're comfortable around people, whoever you can be silent around. If you could just sit in stillness with a person, that's how you know that that person is real. You know, you cool with that person, whether you're talking about a spouse or a friend. It was like these people had been sent from heaven. I'm telling you guys, man, it was crazy. And then, of course, the Native American chick from the Oneida tribe, that was something different to me because I didn't know anything about no Oneida tribe. I didn't know there was some Asian people in Wisconsin that were Oneida tribe. And very strange because both of these connections got something to do with Tartaria. That's why this whole Tartaria thing is not a coincidence, man, that this stuff is coming to my world. It's a lot of strange stuff going on right now, guys. It's so much information. I can't. Look, I can only do so much. I'm only one person. I don't know what the universe expects from me. It's too much information. I don't have the time. Like literally. Or actually I do. But it just feel like the universe is throwing so much info at me. And I'm just sitting here like, do you know the normal human being would malfunction even if they was receiving 15% of this information that I'm getting? It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. But anyway, I don't want to keep this long. So this dude, let me tell you something about this dude from Kazakhstan. This was the closest person that reminded me of myself. And see, when you say somebody's your best friend, really you're talking about yourself, because you got to be best friends with yourself before you can be best friends with somebody else. Because really, that's if you love yourself. If you love yourself, you're kind of like, you're looking for somebody that's just like you, basically. Or not just like you, but reminds you of yourself, right? That's if you love yourself. And that's very hard to find, somebody like you. Or if you're searching for a spouse, you're looking for the opposite sex, but that person has things about them that still remind you of you. And this is what I said, the differences make the difference. Because here I was at age 28, and I had ran into two individuals who just opened me up to a whole nother world. And they were so cool with me. You gotta understand, guys, man, growing up around people, man, that's just hating on you all the time, man. And then next thing you know, you're around some people that absolutely love you. That is, man, you talk about a culture shock, man. You know, you find yourself asking the universe sometime, like, what kind of game are you playing with me? Like, what is this shit? You know what I mean? Because you know there are people out there that love you. You know, for whatever reason, they ain't, you know, at your job or you know, who knows? But they're out there, you know. And I happen to run into the perfect. It was like just figuring out the perfect equation at 28 years old, guys. You know what I mean? It was just, oh man, it was something else. That's all I can say. But I just wanted to talk about that again because this whole thing about Kazakhstan, and like I told you, well, GGG is from Kazakhstan. You know, the fighter, Golovkin. Those people from Kazakhstan, I can't tell you guys enough. Those are really like cool people, man. They have a different ethical morale about them. It lines up with who I am as an individual. So just to close this out, it's just amazing how, you know, the people that you're looking for to be around, they might not even be from your country. Or the people that's like you might not be from your country for whatever reason. I always tell you guys, I'm a foreigner in my own country. I really am. I don't recognize these people. It don't matter what neighborhood they don't recognize me. But I will tell you guys this though, I'm still getting the looks from the girls. I mean, I just got this one chick. Oh man, you know how a woman looking at you, you be trying to play it off like you don't know, and then you give them that look like, I know you looking. I know you looking. It don't matter how far across the room it is, you know when you being stared at, man. But the women, they're looking at me like they know they never gonna see something like me again. Like I'm like a relic walking around. That's how they looking at me, guys. Like, damn, I gotta get one last look, because I might not ever see nothing like that again.